Hello, my Capricorn friends and family. How are you guys doing today? Hope last week was amazing and this week will be even better. So let's manifest that before we read the cards. This week I'm using my angel deck again because I love my angels. They're very clear and dear to me. So yeah, message for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in Capricorn, or any aspects that are affecting Capricorn and amplifying that energy in your chart, which is making it more heightened than your typical Sun, Moon, Rising from this transit coming up. So anyways, let's take a deep breath because we don't know what we're expecting. So what's going on for my Capricorns? Yep. Oh, I like that. Ace of Fire. That's Ace of Wands. Love that. And we have Release card, which is Death. I think this is the Death card. But my angels, they don't believe in that negativity stuff. So they perceive it and transmute that energy. But it seems really good because you're getting a new opportunity, a new blessing. Fire energy is like spirit. I feel like this is a spiritual awakening for you. Like you had an ego death or something and you're like, whoa. Like life just hit me. It's almost like you just woke up and regained consciousness. Like, I'm a human being. I have 10 fingers, 10 toes. I have eyes that literally see everything. I know every color. I understand math and the English language and maybe more languages if you're cool. And it's just this self-awareness of life again. And I feel like you're using your energy conservatively this time. But like with intention. Like every bite you take, every breath you breathe, and every sip you drink, and everything that you do, you're being so mindful about how it's affecting you. And I think that you're changing your perspective on how you're going to be utilizing your time, which is good. You should be thinking about that. You have one life to live, at least to our knowledge, scientifically to our knowledge, you have one life to live. So YOLO, and not YOLO in a careless way, YOLO in a, this is your one shot. Make the best of it, right? So we got the Queen of Cups here. It says, relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. It's really good. I know that they say, like, the water signs are, like, intuitive. Especially with the Queen of Water. Very intuitive and emotional. But it's also about self-love, too. You gotta understand self-love. So whatever this is, like, did you do shrooms or something? Even if you didn't, it's like that after effect of, when you kind of come to your senses. And because scientifically, the way that psychedelics work is they rewire your brain, right? I watched a show and they interpreted it as if, imagine your brain is like snow and there's a skier and he takes the same path every time. Like there's a trail, right? And you know there's a trail because it's embedded in the ground. It's embedded in the snow. And when you do psychedelics or something like that, it resets your brain to the point where it's like fresh snowfall, no tracks. It's almost as if all of the trails are gone and it's, it's a fresh slate of grass, fresh slate of sand, there's no history there that is affecting your current state of mind. So it's effective for childhood trauma and generational curses and PTSD, or things that you had in the past with relationships or coworkers, or if you lacked boundaries, things like that. This is like a fresh slate. I just had to say that because it's kind of what it was feeling like. But anyways, I have the King of Pentacles and the High Priestess here, which is beautiful. I spilled a little bit of water on here. It's getting a little crazy. So anyways, King of Pentacles, it says, a successful time, confidently accept opportunities that you're offered. Okay? This is a blessing, okay? And I'm sure it feels that way. With the High Priestess, too, it says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. Which was giving me that impression also with that, what I was saying, too, before the High Priestess came out, is that you're being so mindful about every decision and all your thoughts because you realize that, hey, my thoughts create my reality. My thoughts affect my perspective and how I feel, and the choices that I make in this life. And those choices that I make in this life have consequences, whether they're good or bad, and then in turn those affect me again. And it's this cycle, and it's like, how am I going to choose for this cycle to recycle into myself, right? Or yourself, I should say. My cat's at the door. She does not like closed doors. It's against the law in the house of cats, okay? So I have Emperor here. High Priestess and Emperor right next to each other. It says organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So I feel like you just broke us out of a cycle or a bad habit and you're starting this new routine fresh, Four of Fire. Contentment, peace and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Life is just getting better for you, isn't it? And then you have Six of Cups. It says memories from your history or childhood regarding issues or children romanticizing the past. This is the nostalgic card. So I feel like maybe you're a little nostalgic of what your life used to be like before you had this transformation in your brain, whether it was from psychedelics or an ego death or, a spiritual awakening again. Because you definitely had a revelation, period. And I think that you're like, oh, when life was simpler, when I didn't care about what I ate, when I wasn't mindful about how these things affected me, and how I was spending my money or how I was doing these things. It's like, oh, like ignorance is bliss. It used to be. And now that you're awake, now that you're not sleeping, and I mean like in a spiritual sense, you're woke. What they call it is you're woke now. And I'm not saying in a conspiracy theorist type of political way, woke. I'm saying woke in a spiritual awakening. You're definitely coming into alignment with your enlightenment. Okay? So any advice for my Capricornies, my Capri Suns, my goats, the greatest of all time? Meow, 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 meow. I like how I meowed in it's the panther that came out. Black Panther, passion. Follow your passion. Yeah, you're given this new opportunity to not let those things that were holding you back, those invisible chains, right? The invisible chains of childhood and shame and, lack of self-love and boundaries and stuff. You're literally given a new start. Take advantage of this spiritual awakening, of this ego death, whatever this is, because this can definitely affect the way that your life looks in the future. Every second, every minute counts. Let's see what else. Coyote, wise fool, accept your follies and find the... Sorry, I can't read backwards like that. Find the teaching in them. Yeah. So I feel like with that nostalgia card that came out, it may be a little bit challenging for you because you're still stuck in that when life was easier because I was ignorant. Because of the ignorance is bliss. I feel like you can kind of work through that energy right now. Because it's hard. I know that it is. Working through that. It's like, oh, I was so naive. Oh, when I wasn't mindful. And it's hard because it's a love-hate relationship. You love the idea of not having to worry and think about those things and life just kind of unraveling itself for you. But then when you recognize that you actually co-create your life, it's like, damn, this is a lot of pressure. Am I worthy? How can I do this? What do I want? What's my purpose? All of these things take into effect, and you kind of feel like, you know, how you don't know those things because you don't really know yourself because you were asleep for so long, right? And now that you're awake and you have that revelation, now you have to grieve who you were, and you have to kind of get to know yourself authentically and figure out what it is that who you are at your core, so you can move on from this and co-create the life that you deserve, that you're passionate about, that will make you happy and abundant, and what your purpose is for sure. So overall, I think that was a really good reading. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great week, and please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what if you have recently gone through this, or if you're thinking about it, or you're gonna go through it right now. I don't even know what I was trying to say in that sentence, but what I meant from it is that let me know what choice that you end up making with your routine and what your purpose is, because there are like-minded people out there who've been through these experiences. So if this is new for you, then get some advice, and people look up to people who have actually been in your shoes and have found their purpose as well. But if not, definitely do some self-care. I always recommend going on dates with yourself, like, go on a sip and paint by yourself, or, go to the mall or go to the movies with yourself, go grab dinner, things like that, where you kind of are getting to know yourself as you would with a person. Do it with yourself, because this will really help you with this gray period, this grogginess of you just waking up and you remember everything from your past life, from your dream, from that state of being unaware, of being asleep. So yeah, have a great rest of your week. Love you guys.